I still curl up beside you. Some mornings, you still shift your legs to make room at the foot of the bed. You don't realize it. It's a habit, like reaching for the coffee before it cools. Or checking your phone while the kettle hums. But deep down, maybe a part of you still feels me curling up there. A soft weight, a warm sigh, a presence that used to fit perfectly into the rhythm of your life. I wasn't the loudest dog. I didn't bark much, didn't leap over fences or chase every squirrel. I was just there. Gentle, constant, loyal in the quietest way. The kind of dog who followed you from room to room not because I needed anything, just because you were there. You were my world, my sunbeam, my reason to wag. You used to joke that I was your little shadow. But I think now, maybe you didn't realize, you were my anchor. And I was your softness. Even now, you still pause when you open the bedroom door. Still glance down the hallway before turning off the lights. Still hear phantom paws tapping on the floorboards. That's me, not a ghost, not an echo, just love, remembering its shape. Because some spirits stay behind, not to haunt, but to hold. The day I chose you. You think you picked me. But let's be honest, I saw you first. You came to the breeder's house just to take a look. That's what you told yourself. Just a peek, just a possibility. You weren't even sure you were ready. But I knew you were. You stood by the window, talking to the lady about pedigrees and temperaments, while the other pups yipped and tumbled across the rug. I didn't move. I just sat there, watching you. Quiet, still, just waiting. And then you turned. Our eyes met. It wasn't dramatic, no spark or movie moment. But something softened in you. Like your shoulders forgot how to carry the world for just a second. You crouched down, held out a hesitant hand. And I walked over. Not because I had to, but because I already knew. You needed me. Not a guard dog, not a trophy, just a little heartbeat that wouldn't let you be alone anymore. You held me like I might shatter. You whispered, well, aren't you something? And I was yours. From that second on, I was the space between your worry and your calm. The weight on your lap when your hands didn't know what to do. The small, steady love that reminded you, you're never too much and never not enough. The moments that made us. You never realized how many things we shared. You had the music, and I had the rhythm. You had the questions, and I had the silence. And in between it all, we built something that words can't quite explain. Remember the rainy Tuesday you got the bad news? You dropped your bag at the door, sat on the couch, and didn't move, not for hours. I didn't bark, didn't lick your face or try to distract you. I just climbed onto your lap, slow, warm, still. And you finally let go. You buried your face in my fur. And I felt your tears through my ears. You didn't have to explain. You didn't have to hide. That was our deal, remember? I'd sit with you in the silence. And when the world felt too much, I'd be your little breath of peace. Then there was your birthday picnic in the park, the one where no one showed up. You unpacked too much food, lit a candle anyway, and laughed too hard at your own joke. I sat beside you in that ridiculous party hat. And when the wind knocked the plate over, you looked at me and said, well, at least someone showed up. Always. That's what I did. That's what we did. You once said I was a small dog with a big heart. But it wasn't just mine. It was yours too. We carried each other. And every time you smiled down at me like I was the only good thing that made sense. You reminded me I had a purpose. The goodbye we never wanted. You fought it. You didn't want to see the signs. The way I slowed down. The way stairs felt taller. The way my eyes dimmed just a little. You told yourself it was nothing. But you started canceling plans. Started staying home more. Carrying me up the steps. Laying extra blankets by the heater. You adjusted, like love always does. But I saw the worry behind your smile. I heard the shake in your voice when you whispered my name. You didn't want to let go. Neither did I. But dogs know when it's time, even when our humans don't. That last day, you held me like the world was falling apart. Your breath hitched, your fingers trembled, but your voice? Steady, soft, brave. You said, it's okay, you can rest. And I did. In your arms, wrapped in everything we were. Everything we will always be. I left with the sound of your heartbeat in my ear. And I hope you know, I wasn't scared. Because I had you, and that was enough. I never left you. Some mornings, before you're fully awake, I slip into your dreams. You feel a soft weight at your feet, a gentle warmth curling into your side, and for just a breath, everything feels like it used to. Then your eyes open, too fast, too bright, and it fades. But I was there. I still am. You drop a piece of toast and your foot pauses mid-step, like it's waiting for a small body to come rushing in. You open the front door and instinctively glance down, expecting someone to trot out beside you. That pause? That flicker? That's me. You hear a faint jingle, a caller that shouldn't be there. You shrug it off, tell yourself it's nothing, but your heart knows better. I live in the spaces no one else sees, in the gap between your thoughts, in the quiet before the kettle whistles, in that soft sigh you let out when the world grows too heavy. I see you, stopping at the pet store window, eyes lingering longer than they should, closing the browser too quickly when adoption photos feel too loud, freezing for half a second when a cavalier with chestnut ears trots by, tail wagging like mine used to. I know that ache, because I feel it too. But I'm not gone. I'm just quieter now. I'm the warmth on your lap when sunlight streams through the blinds, the whisper in the leaves that makes you turn your head, the phantom nudge at your elbow when your thoughts start drifting too far. You didn't lose me. You just learned a new way to carry me with you. Everywhere. In memories, in motion, in the silence that still hums with love. And every time your heart skips for no reason, it's not for no reason. It's me, saying I never really left. Because real love, our love, doesn't end. It just learns how to stay. When we meet again, I don't know what lies beyond the final breath. I don't know if it's a place with clouds soft as beds, or endless fields where the grass never ends and the sun never sets. Maybe it's filled with other souls, some familiar, some new. Maybe it's silent, or maybe it sings. But one thing I know, with every part of the love I still carry, if there's a place where spirits find their way back to each other, I'll be there, not limping, not tired, not fading like I did in the end. I'll be whole again, the way you remember me, the way I was when we first found each other. Bright eyes the color of warm coffee, soft ears bouncing with every step, a tail that never stopped wagging, not even in my sleep. That happy little dance I used to do when I heard the jingle of your keys or your footsteps down the hall. I'll remember everything. Your voice, before you speak. Your walk, before you arrive. The way you used to laugh when I did something silly, even if your day had been heavy. And when your time comes, when the world grows quiet, and your soul begins to cross, you won't have to wonder where to go. Because I'll be running. Not pacing, not waiting in stillness, running, faster than I ever could before, with ears flying and joy bursting from every step. I'll spot you, just like I always did from the window. I'll know, and I'll leap into your arms, full force, as if no time had passed at all. Because in my heart, it hasn't. To me, you never left. You were just on the other side of the door. And I was waiting, like always, just beyond it. No clocks. No goodbyes, only the forever we always hoped for. We'll be together again, and this time, nothing will pull us apart. Until then, if you're still grieving, so am I. That hollow space in your chest that tightens when a memory sneaks in. That heaviness you feel in the quiet of the night, when the world slows down just enough for your heart to speak. I know it, because I feel it, too. That ache you carry, it's not a burden. It's a trace. A mark of something real, of something lived and shared and never, ever faked. It means I was real. It means we were real. It means the love we built, the soft kind, the quiet kind, the kind that needed no words, never died. It just reshaped itself. It became the way you pause at the door before locking it, half expecting to hear my little pause behind you. It became the way your hand twitches to offer a bite of food, even though no one is there to take it. It became the way your breath catches when someone asks if you've ever had a dog. And all you can do is nod, because how could they understand? You don't need to hide that pain. Let the world see it. Let them see you remember. Let them see you smile when you think of my floppy ears or the way my head tilted whenever you said something ridiculous. Because grief, when you really look at it, is just love, still here, but with nowhere left to land. So talk to me. Whisper my name when the stars are out. Tell me about your day when no one else is listening. Sit on the porch and let the silence be shared again, like we used to. I'll be there. In the breeze that brushes your face on a still morning. In the way sunlight stretches across the floor where I used to nap. In the flicker of a dream you wake from too soon, with eyes wet. Chest tight, but heart strangely full. I'm not gone. I'm just invisible now. But I promise you, I'm still waiting. Like always. Not pacing, not lost. Just by the door. The one that leads to whatever comes next. And when your time comes, when your soul begins to remember what it once had to forget, I'll be there. You won't have to knock. You won't have to call. I'll know. Because some bonds, they don't end with time. They don't break with distance. They simply wait, patiently, quietly, until they're whole again. Until then, I'm right here. Still yours. Still love.